Well, here goes Nathan Marsh, KLUK.
Welcome to the Cherrywood Podcast. It's Simon here.
It's Rachel here.
Please like, share and subscribe.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Cherrywood Podcast. We're here with Sensei Marsh. And Sensei Marsh holds a place in our heart, Rach, doesn't he?
Does he?
I think so.
Well, obviously my friend is.
Because it's really hot in here. And if flies come in, he'll be able to get them with his chopsticks. And also, that's your tea, isn't it? This is my tea. And also, our son Ted never quite found anything that he loved doing, did he? Tried a bit of football, tries a bit of this, tries a bit of that. Went to Sensei Marsh's karate. I'm reading it off there. Karate leadership.
KLUK.
KLUK. Which is, well, it's based all over Kent, really, isn't it?
Yeah. 27 locations now.
27.
Wow.
Anyway, it changed his life. So we want to
Fabulous.
thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, my pleasure. I'd have 1,000 more Teds. He's great.
Really?
Oh, he's fabulous. Yeah, I like quirky, I like funny, I like him when they mess around a little bit.
You're
And
glutton for
perfect
punishment.
Absolutely.
It's that every lesson he like puts that hand up. I'm like, put your hand down.
Stop asking questions.
So you can see
And we're
his
like-
hand coming up.
Put your hand down. Stop asking
He's
questions
doing
over
fabulous.
everything.
No, he'll be absolutely fine doing it. But,
And when he first started, he was asking exactly the same question every time, which was so obvious, wasn't it?
Obviously
What did he
somebody
keep asking?
I don't know.
somebody wasn't answering properly, obviously.
Are we going
Didn't
to...
get the right answer.
No, at the end of everything, are we going to talk about what we've done? Are you going to get the books out or something like that? Every
Oh,
time.
we do the workbooks
the
that we do,
papers,
yeah.
Oh, my
to get the
God.
clips and do the
Yeah, but
rewards.
he's one of these people though that loves a cookie, doesn't he? He loves the Scooby
Oh, he loves the
snack.
Scooby snack.
You give him a Scooby
And
Scooby
you
snack.
guys have nailed down the edge.
Absolutely.
With
Works
the
really,
paper
really good.
clips.
Yeah. With the
badges.
Yeah, that was my friend's idea. I nicked that, and it
Mate,
was,
you've
we've
got
done it
to.
all the way through.
You've got to, because
Amazing.
it's just like got to collect them all. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Pokemon type thing. You've got to do that for the kids.
There's a joke with the black belt kids though that they get one clip every 2 years. I'm horrible to them.
Right, do you want to tell us how it all started then?
What, the business or me?
No, from you.
So me,
Coming out into this earth.
bit of an odd one. I was sitting down with we used to have a film club at the church.
So are you comfortable?
Yeah, it's fun.
Right,
It's
okay.
quiet. It's fun. I'll go as far as I
You can
can.
dump that pillow if you want.
Yeah,
It's up to
thank
you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I did as well.
So we were sitting down. I went to a film club. My dad used to go every Saturday night with the local church. It was at our school, and I was sitting down there, and Father Peters is next to me, and my dad's this side, and I was 12. And I said, "What are you watching, Dad?" Quite a bouncy kid, like we were saying earlier
Yeah.
on, and distracted by everything. And then Bruce Lee came on.
Enter
and he
the
says,
Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Oh,
And that was in, 78, must be a bit later than that, 80, we watched it. And then there's everything going on, there's the girls and the fight and everything else. Like, oh, this is so cool. So I started a local Kung Fu club, which was quite interesting.
Whereabouts is this?
That's in Fareham, just outside Portsmouth.
Oh, right.
Down south,
Okay, you're that
south-
way. Right,
yeah,
okay.
it's-
Never heard of
well,
that.
not that way, but it's, proper southerner. So, it was really good fun. And then there was a friend of mine, and we decided to go and train with his brother, who was a nutter.
Right.
He got everything off telly, and his friend had done some kung fu, so he taught us in this garage.
Oh my God.
So we learned all our martial arts in a garage when we
Right.
first started, and it was all things, the makiwara, so punching all the things, doing the blocks, punching sand.
Right.
All
So you
that
went
sort of
straight to
thing.
level.
At
Yeah.
level 28, it was
Yeah,
like
Oh my gosh.
it was
Now-
fantastic.
Today's sponsors are Dimadishi Associates, Chartered Structural and Civil Engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on dimadishiassociates.com.
Right at Home Medway, providers of safe and trusted quality care for adults in the comfort of their own home. Whether you need companionship, medication assistance, personal care, living care or more, we've got you covered. Visit rightathome.co.uk/medway or call them on 01634 979 000.
Are you looking for a cleaning or facilities management? Clearwater Kent is your trusted local expert. From roofs and driveway cleaning to fully facilitated management, they're a fully licensed, award-winning business that you can count on. Visit clearwaterkent.co.uk or call 01634 681 885.
But
Did you
yeah.
then go back? Because like I'm a self-taught bass player, and the amount of basic stuff I probably don't know is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Did you have that trouble when you sort of progressed, or?
Well, when I progressed, I had that was teenage years, and then I went into a college and things like that, and stopped doing it for a couple of years. Then got back into karate, which is when I met a friend of mine. I was working on the buses. Funny enough, I used to do the bus route around here.
Oh, really?
On 4-2, and at the time I was a smoker. And a friend of mine decided we were doing it, we'd get back into karate, and I stopped smoking then. That was back
so what sort of age was you then?
That was 1990 when I started training again in karate. And then got into quite a big organisation.
Right.
And then it was brilliant, loved it. Something to do every week and to push yourself quite hard. And we had a couple of interesting instructors who were maybe not as professionally trained as our guys are.
Yeah, I bet you met some different sort of levels of training.
Oh, God, I've been really lucky with that. We've been in it so long. I've met people from where they've just started, whatever martial art they've done, to I must know personally 8 10th Dan black belts who I've met over the years, who are amazing martial artists and people, and then met some other people who've been founders of our industry, really. Yeah. Because we only started an industry 20 years ago. It wasn't, you had a cup on the side, you put a couple of quid at the end of your class, and that was about it for years. And then there's a guy called Master Lee Charles, came back from America to America. He came back and set this company up called Mastery and started into red debits. Wow. And we had no professionalism at all before that. There was no training, everybody was very insular and protected of their martial art and their business. You wouldn't share students or share knowledge or talk about money or any of that sort of thing.
Right.
And then Master Charles done this whole thing and helped us get together, and we sort of grew from there, really.
So what time?
So where? Oh, sorry. I was going to say. So where did KLUK come into your life then? Where did you say, right, I'm going to set up?
Well, we started off full time. I've been teaching for quite a while. I started teaching when I was about in 91, 92. I'd only been doing it a couple of years.
Oh, right.
My instructor, bless him, had a total mental breakdown. He was a really horrible time, and I took over running the club from him. It was a little club down in Walderslade. Right. We started just messing around, really. A friend of mine who both got into the competition side of it, and we taught a lot of the competition side of it, done quite well. So I've done that for years, and then I've done quite well in the competition side. Fought for England, spent quite a few years going around the world doing the whole fighty thing. And it was really funny because in my life at the time I was in job number 18 that was working for a chemical company and delivering chemicals and taking up waste and just horrible stuff, really. Right. And then the other side, my martial arts bit, was fabulous. I was like, top doggy. I won the world championships in Kumite in Italy, and then I came back, and there's one side of my life when I'm
dreading the Monday morning thing.
Got load of slurry
and you got all overalls, you covered in kerosene and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And then I go to a big karate show or something, and I'll be the last one announced as world champion, and it was all fantastic.
Wow.
And then my wife was pregnant with Connor, Sensei Marsh at the moment, and it was 2 weeks before he'd been born. She said, that's enough, I won't do it anymore. Wow. Go give your notice in, we're going to go and start teaching full time. So that's when we started. We had 8 students. That was it. And then we learned how to do it.
Yeah.
We didn't have any idea at all on the business. I've done a lot of front of house, done lots of different jobs, but no idea how to do anything.
That step from going for a guaranteed monthly paid job.
It's horrible.
What's that feel like?
See, personally, I think it's fabulous. And I love it when I talk to a lot of people who want to do it and too scared. Fear is the biggest thing that stops everybody out. I think Master Charles said to me once, a rut's just a grave with the ends kicked out. That's all it is. So he was like, and it was great having the backing. We had no money. I mean, we literally had nothing, penniless, sort of, not penniless, but we did okay jobs, but had no backing, no backup at all like that. We had great parents, both sides, who were really supportive, and we started teaching and learnt the business. They had lots of really achievable goals quite quick on. So whether we can make £500, we can make £500 in a month. That would be just incredible for us. And it's
that's what you need, though.
Yeah,
you need a target.
You need
if you don't have a target, then you've got nothing to aim for.
And lots of joy with it. There was, I love teaching. I've never stopped my passion for teaching at all, even now.
I've personally never seen him teach. Have you, Rach? He just sits behind the counter like he's running the Queen Vic.
Absolutely. Bring me tea.
You've been teaching for 20 odd years, and you're like, someone else can do it now.
I can this is the honest to God truth. On the Saturdays, I used to run all the classes, so I do 35 classes a week. That was my thing. We used to do a little ninja class, our little 3 and 4 year olds. I used to do 10 of them a week, back to back, 3 and 4 year old classes. Love it.
Yeah,
I have no problem at all. But then what I do saying earlier about where KLUK came from, if it's all about me, they can't do enough. I've got a bit of a thing that I want the world to change, our community to change a little bit by this little bit of discipline, a little bit of respect. I think if we can influence these children like Ted now, when they get older and they get the really difficult decision when their best mate says to them, smoke this, drink this, take this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hopefully Ted will remember his leadership training and say, black belt, don't do that, not doing that. And if it can stop for a second, fabulous.
And even if it's just that one child who then can push it on to someone else and someone else.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely. I think building our little community and our little tribe makes a difference. I really do.
I love
think it
Do you
does.
have any stories of kids that have come across sort of like bullies or something?
Oh my God, I could.
Go on then.
Yeah.
And
Let's
also,
go for
have you ever encountered a problem outside and you've dealt with it?
Yeah, lots of different ways, but maybe not always. Certainly not the physical side. I don't.
Yeah, it's not like a Karate Kid film. I don't mean
No. A couple of things when I was younger and things like that. But we've been doing it so long. When I was competing, there was a very distinct differences. If you taught it, when you're competing, if you teach like a game and it's not emotional, you can do well. If you get emotional involved in it, get emotional attachment to being hurt or somebody hitting you, and there's a couple of times people get excited on the mat. And the early days of competition, it was like Rumble in the Jungle. It was like mat invasions. We used to fight in this big organisation. And there used to be people like the Bristol Death Squad and the London Predators and all these fabulous...
A Cobra Kai's done that.
Mate, they were brilliant. Hopefully none of the guys see this. Hey, Tomo. But we used to have these and it would get really serious. And then it started getting more and more professional as we've done the international side of it. And there was so much on respect. If you were disrespectful to the referee, then you're disqualified. If your coach is disrespectful to the referee, the entire national squad's disqualified. There was no ifs, buts, no maybes, no thing about it. But so lots of times then.
And what sort of level of disrespect are we talking about here? Even questioning something, just questioning one point or something.
If you were rude in any way. You do this, you bow to the referee. The referee, you don't like what the referee says, you bow. You like what the referee says, you bow. That's just it. That's just the game.
Right. Okay.
You certainly don't back. You don't.
That's the weird thing about. That's the weird thing about football. They've been allowed to take it too far. When rugby.
Oh, you get seen in, don't you?
Absolutely.
If you get anywhere near the ref and they say anything, that's it.
I'm a baseball fan. They get one go that haven't telling the ref he's a complete nutter.
Yeah.
Are you finished? Yeah, I'm finished. Right, go on, see you later.
Off you go.
Off you go.
See, in the early days in martial arts, if you've done that to referee, he'd either disqualify you or knock you out.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
It's quite. And usually the referees are the guys who've been there and done it for years and things like that.
Have you experienced that where someone's been knocked out by the referee?
No, but it's just the threat of it. I've had a couple of times when it's been. You've been, and the other thing is your coaches at the time. I used to have a couple of fantastic coaches. When I won the world, was a lady called Sue Moxham, who was probably 4'10". Sorry, Sue, might be 4'11", and she was fantastic. Kept me calm and focused the whole time in there. There was no physical threat, at all. And then a couple of other instructors, if you were not doing what they've been trying to do, they would be quite forthwith in telling you to go forwards and not run away. Because it's quite scary. In the early days, it was quite scary. There's big guys, they're trying to pop you and things like that.
Yeah, of course.
So there's lots and lots of incidents like that. But
so you must have had some injuries then.
God, we keep thinking of the same questions. It's as if we've done this before.
Done some prep work.
I don't prep. She does.
I prep a little bit.
I'm just here for comedy.
Okay,
There's a swearing band on this one. I'm a bit knackered. So there's not much I can do. So I'm just going to look pretty for you, mate.
But a few times, nose broken a few times, stuff like that. That's just
nose.
Any
nose and cheek, ribs.
broken bones?
Ribs, fingers, toes, that sort of stuff. But it's not. It's just it's just sports injuries. It's not nothing emotionally in it. It's just you fell over. You can't play in the football. You fall over the football, can you? You break your arm or break your. Big like that though. So I did get hit by a guy in Germany in the European Championships. It was quite hard. It was spinning back. This guy put 3 people in hospital so far in the competition. It was.
Oh my God!
It was. Proper. This guy was really good. And I never like to go and fight him. And it's always the way, when you look at somebody in competition, and you look at the scariest, biggest, toughest guy, you think, hope I don't get him.
It's always so,
Absolutely. And when it came to this competition, I'm fighting this guy, and I'd lost the first couple of points because I was scared witless. I mean,
and that's what makes you lose, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And my coach, bless him, Master Stephen Thompson, 7-time world champion, gave me some words of encouragement,
which you can't repeat on
and I remember him saying to me, "You ain't come here to lose. It's not the hard. You come here to win, not for get experience. You're here to win, or or do your best you can do. There's not a give up. There's no going away. There's no running away. So off you go.
You're there,
and then I beat the guy in extra time.
Wow,
and that's."
You just clicked.
That's one of them when I can remember the decision when I said, "This is it. I haven't done this much work, effort, life."
Something did go.
Absolutely. And there's a couple of times when I've done them sort of competitions in the Worlds. I got knocked out by a guy. We're knocked down by a guy and all fuzzy, and you get 10 seconds to get back to the line, and then you can get to the doctor, but you can't get to the doctor before that. You'll get TKO'd, and that's it. You're out. So I got back to there. He was a really tall German guy. Italian guy, really thin, but he was 6'6", and I was 6'7", and he just caught me on the button and dropped me.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to my friend, "I want my mum." Honestly, I was out of it and everything else. And I come back and beat him to go through to the next round and win the world. So that was quite good fun. But it's not emotional, if you know what I mean.
No, you've got to take that
great.
Focus.
It's like a chess, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's a game, and you're not made of glass.
Playing chess. It's not as if they've got hate between each other. It's tactical and.
God, you watched the Queen's Gambit? Have you watched that film yet?
Well, that's true. Yeah. We had the chess guys in recently as well. We had the chess guys in, and there's flipping up tables. Really kicks off with the nerds.
I need to break something. I need to break something quick.
So, what you say? Oh, my status. What level are you now? Are you currently at now?
And am I right? There's 8 black belts.
It goes up to. So there's, but your first dan is your black belt. Your first dan is your first black belt you get. Then within anywhere 18 months to 2 years or whatever it takes, you get to your second dan. Then second to third is 3, third to fourth is 4, and upward you go. In our system, you test until your fourth dan, which is quite a challenge, and then you're onwards. It's awarded by the organisation or by Sergei Stringer, who's the head of our organisation or heads our grading, who's 10th dan. So I'm 7th at the moment.
Right.
That just means I'm really old. It just
So
means
do you want to? Are you going to look at progressing, or can you progress?
Yeah,
he's got to be able to project like Luke Skywalker did. He's got to be able to project his body onto.
That's must be 8th dan. I haven't learned that yet. I say that to my team because I've got to tell them something, and I say, "Well, you didn't get the telepathy. Come on, I got this at 7th. You haven't got this yet." So that was, but I still love it, still into it, still train, still doing my stuff. I don't do as many of the seminars. I used to go to a lot of seminars when the early days. I just want to learn everything, especially on the business, how to run the business, everything else, and get some different ideas that worked and have a system, not just a karate school.
Yeah.
So we've got went to Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins, and done all his stuff for years, which is really good, just trying to change how you're thinking a little bit.
Right. Who's that?
Anthony Robbins. You never met Anthony Robbins. Have you seen Shallow Hal, the film?
He's
yes.
like,
the guy who's in the lift, the big tall fella, American guy, does the self-development side of things.
Okay.
Oh my, and he's the guy convinced him, but he's brilliant. You got to.
What are your views on Steven Seagal?
So my instructor,
it's like, how am I going to word this? Because you don't know about this.
So we were really lucky, but one of our instructors, Master Martin, was Mitchell. Unfortunately, died in COVID, but he trained with him.
Right.
So Mike was our Aikido instructor, our Aikido master, and connected to all the top guys around. We still have close ties to Mike Neri, who's the highest grade in England, who runs the Aikido, British Aikido system. But he trained with Steven Seagal a few times, said he's fantastic, amazing. I think the thing that gets me with Steve is obviously an amazing martial artist. Obviously, you see he can do his stuff.
It's the choreographed
proper.
stuff. It looks very choreographed.
Absolutely. Aikido looks very choreographed until somebody gets hold of you. So Shia Mike, who's the guy who's 8th dan, he's 5'2", 5'4", must be close to 80 now, comes down, chucks me on he's had both his knees replaced, chucks me over his shoulder, carrying me, and I'm not, I haven't taken the injections, so I'm not a lightweight yet. And will walk around the dojo with me and then chuck me. And you see them flip and spin.
Gosh, yeah.
I couldn't do that on my own. Mike makes me do that.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike chucks me, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing how good they are. But it doesn't look as sexy as MMA and
So
kickboxing.
There are clips of Steven Seagal, and he's on a mat, and there's loads of people watching, and these guys are just sort of coming towards him, and he's just going.
Training drills.
And it looks like, and they're flying left, right, and centre
Absolutely.
like a movie.
Absolutely.
And you're never sure if it's
If it's real or not.
real or not.
They're training drills. It's not a combat drill, it's a training drill. And once you get the difference between the two, so some of the things we do, we teach pressure points and a temi, which is, trying to, and it's really good and really interesting stuff, but you're probably not going to do it in a straight fight until you get really, really good, and you've done lots and lots of fights down Jack Murray Street on a Saturday night. So we're probably never going to go there.
Yeah.
But it's just learning, understanding. It's like the same, we see the MMA stuff and they're rolling around the floor doing some fabulous jiu-jitsu stuff. Brilliant. I do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That to me looks as silly as it looks to you when they're flying all over the place. And then you'd learn a bit of the principles of taking people's energy and moving it, and that's the whole idea of the Aikido size. It's it's a way of harmony. It's trying to move the person without
using their momentum.
But it's still a rock hard martial art done properly. When you do joint locks, we teach all the guys how to do our wrist lock drills and how to, somebody grabs hold of you, what to do without having to go and tear their eyeballs out or take a throw. I don't really want 8-year-olds doing that yet.
And are you a UFC fan?
So the early days of UFC, loved it. And I loved the
anything
professionalism.
goes days.
Absolutely.
Because they were still
no
wearing
rules.
gis sometimes as well, weren't they?
There's a really good story again. One of the main commentators was Bill Superfoot Wallace, who was an amazing martial artist back in the 70s, done lots and lots of films, mate with Bruce Lee, amazing kick. They call him Superfoot. He's amazing. The Gracie clan, who were the ones who organised the early UFCs, they brought him in to officiate it and give some semblance of credibility, because it's Bill Superfoot Wallace. He wasn't allowed to do anything, and he had to watch his comments. Whole idea of UFC, first of all, was promote the Gracie clan and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, which they've done fabulously worldwide. But all the guys didn't have any contracts. They've always put grapplers next to strikers, and the strikers got no chance against a grappler, none at all, unless they catch them early. And then it was...
Once they got hold of them, it's going.
So it was horrendous, smoke and mirrors. And then as it's developed into a fabulous system that's worked really good for people, and there's, proper money in there for professional fighters, amazingly fit guys, amazingly skillful.
Yeah.
But I think it's brilliant. I don't follow it as much as I used to. But
I don't now. I don't really.
Too much of it now.
The Chuck Liddell days and stuff like that. I used to like that.
Yeah, there was something raw about Chuck Liddell, wasn't there?
Yeah, mental, wasn't he? So I do watch it a bit, but I couldn't tell you who's fighting now, apart from Paddy, whatever his name is, Paddy the Baddie. Do you know what I'm on about? Blimey, no. So he's the only one we've got really. Liverpudlian lad.
Okay.
Yeah, Paddy the Baddie.
I like Conor McGregor. I bet he was fabulous karate guy.
Yeah.
He was great. A lot of them karate based first of all, which is really good.
Yeah.
A lot of the big names, rather than doing the whole mixed.
But he knew how to,
Smart guy.
Yeah, he knew how to earn the money.
Smart guy. He had some obviously good people around him when he was when he was doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then obviously, like everybody else, turned a bit too much, a bit power hungry. And
Have you seen his version of Roadhouse?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, that's so bad.
But
so
he
bad.
bulked up for it. He looked like 10 times bigger than normal.
Absolutely. Must be AI.
Massive, but it was appalling. All right, then give us some nice stories then about your students come to you and said, I had this problem at school and this is how I dealt with it.
Because you very much encourage them not to fight. If you fight off the mat, you don't do it. Yeah, you fight on the mat and that's it.
Yeah. We had a couple a little while ago, and I think the school system sometimes needs a little bit of help on how to understand children and conflict. It's always going to happen, it's always going to happen, always going to happen. I say to my students, if you can say to me, Arthur Marsh, I had to stop this, I thought I was going to get hurt, I'll give them a high five and say, off you go, guys, well done, congratulations. As long as they carry on, they haven't been the bully, but there's a progression of what they're going to do and how they're going to change if they be bullied all the time at school. Yeah. And I think they should be looked after, and if they can't be looked after, they have to look after themselves.
Yeah.
And I think if you can give them this sense of ownership of their bullying, that it's not fault, it's not emotional attachment to it, it's happening. I need to deal with it. I need to deal with it by talking to the teacher, the first aid, to try and get them to help you, and some sort of protection or some sort of understanding, some adult to be there when parents can't be there. Tell your parents, tell your sports coach, get involved with it so it doesn't take over their lives. And gives them a chance to deal with it, however it's dealt with. And if it's non-violence, it can be by standing up and standing tall. I think it's fabulous. And if it's,
it's even being used to having a punch thrown at you, isn't it?
Oh, you're not made of glass. That's one of our big... I learned this when a guy does Filipino martial art. He said, you're not made of glass. You're going to get hit. You're going to take a knock. It's not going to break you. It's not going to fall apart in a second. You can get hit and carry on. It's just a bit of pain. It's just a bit uncomfortable. Which is why our system is quite physical. It's trying to get them physically fit and get them to the point where they get to, oh my God, I can't do this. And then get over. We do it on a long-term basis. We're not doing it in the first 6, 8 weeks, year or 2 years. But when they get to black belt, our black belt is tough. It's a tough thing. They end up after they do their technical grading, they do their 4 hours, and we do all pad work, and it's pad work, and it's sparring, so they're competing against each other. There is a pass to do. There's their workbook that's really difficult for them to do. They've got to raise money for charity. They've got to go and do 80 miles of running over 8 weeks, or cycling or swimming and that sort of thing. But then they've also got to get a form signed by their parents to say they've been good at home, doing what they should be doing. And their head teacher has to sign it. If the head teacher says no, they don't get their black belt.
I love that.
So there's all them measures of control, but there's all them, rewards after.
It's great that you've brought everything in, because you could just be earning a black belt and be an arse at school.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And if my guys are an arse at school, then I'll be having the conversation and they won't be holding their black belts. But you'll find, or what we've found over the years is, one, we have great kids. We have great kids because they have great parents.
Well, that's right,
obviously. Did you like that one?
Thank you very much.
Slip me that $5.
But the great parents to sit there and they watch the kids. The better parents, I'm just saying, will get on the mat and
Here we go.
Had to happen. But I think that's the better way to do it, because you've got that common interest, like you were saying earlier on about your dojo and the photography. It's fabulous to do that with your kids. Both my children train since they've been 4, and they both still train. They're both still into it. My daughter still comes in and trains in karate and does ladies only kickboxing. The son obviously teaches now. And my wife still trains and teaches. It's like you got a common interest all the time. There, it's
Well, I remember when Ted was doing his, I think it was the combat one, and he had to get all padded up and everything. And you said to him, you won't be fighting someone like me in grading, but you're going to fight me now because this is like worst case scenario.
Yeah, I knocked him out. One punch, easy it was.
Ted, I remind you, when you're doing your black belt, mate, I remind you of this. He's your partner.
You said to him, I'm going to get down to your level, but I'm not going to...
So I just need him to get used to being tapped.
Absolutely. And it will come.
And he went for it. On his grading, he went for it. And he did well.
And the more we can do that and make it's a fun thing, it's not a bad thing, less emotional attachments to getting hit. Because if they get full over, and we do them like Michelin, we don't want to get them hurt. We're not doing Cobra Kai.
I would love that though. Just one lesson.
But saying that though, you say that about
I've even got the Cobra Kai gi my friend gave me. I'm going to bring that in one time and do a Cobra Kai session.
I think in the UK, yours is the first dojo. I've gone past your dojo many years before we've even...
Oh, we've done weddings at Lordswood
next door.
And it looks... What I like about it looks like a proper dojo.
Thank you.
It does though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a proper dojo. Where others are done in halls. And I'm sure you've got certain ones that are done in halls all around the place. But is that your headquarters dojo?
Yeah, that's what we built that in... 2004. So we've been out training. We trained in different places. So Butler Park, we were up quite a long time. The Sterling Centre, at schools, at Brompton, around the corner here. We trained in both the schools around here, and have done for years. That's great. That's the way we all did it for a long time. And then we were going to this business conference all the time, and all the professional martial artists around the country came to see this guy. Fascinating, because we all turned up all in just your colours, as I say, when you're wearing your own T-shirt, your own brand, and that was it. And this guy said, no, you can only come and become a suit and tie.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Most of the guys, or most of us, never worn a suit and tie in our life other than going to a wedding or your funeral. And then this American started to teach us how to run it and structure the business a lot better. But and we decided then, me and my wife, because we'd been kicked out of Buckmore Park, they closed on us. Literally, the time it shut down, we came to teach a class. We were there. We had about 100 students coming through that night, and then we came back, and there was they said no, we're closed.
Wow.
You know what? So all these kids from all these different clubs are all left because there's from the car park to the main door. It's quite a long walk.
Yeah.
And all these kids left, their parents gone off. So we stayed there till 11:30 at night to make sure they all got home.
Did you do anything in the car park?
No, I didn't train in the car park. We used to train in the corridor there because they were so badly organised. But then we went to Lawswood, started, we were in the trampolining hall and then in the changing rooms. We had to teach in the changing rooms as well.
Wow.
And there's Spot the Dog and Pooh Bear on the wall and all that sort of stuff as we were training. And I sat down in the change rooms. I saw this old fella, and I said, this, we're trying really hard, but can't get anywhere, and blah, blah. And he said, why don't you build a place here? Really? Build me? And he said, I'm the chairman of the board. Shall we sort something out?
Wow.
And we talked to Bob and the board and council, planned it, organised it. So the whole dojo, we literally built from the ground up.
Wow.
So it's owned by them, but it's your dojo.
The ground was owned by, it gets a bit complicated.
Okay.
The ground's owned by the council. A metre out is a sports and social club down the end of the road. We had a 20-year lease on the land, and we had built the dojo. So we literally dug the holes. Our project manager quit the day we started, the day we started. So then we had to learn. I know nothing about the construction industry, so it was quite a interesting labour. Some great people around me, and we'd done it and built it. My dad was quite keen on DIY, so my dad was in there as well with me, bless him. And we built it all up. I mean, literally, we'd teach at nights, work all day, teach at nights, then carry on doing the roofing afterwards until it was done. Cost us, about 350 grand, which we didn't have.
Yeah.
They borrowed, stole everything else to do it. It was bullied by the bank.
Am I right in thinking it's about 20 years old now?
Yeah, it was about 20 years old because we've just had a difficult year. They weren't going to renew our lease, and they weren't telling us.
Oh, right.
Unfortunately, we nearly lost everything.
Yeah.
Because we can't have, what was the term? Because it's council land, we can't just have a continuation of the business, even though the lease comes to the end. So luckily, the council got involved. And I didn't think they were going to be very good because the charity who were running it they were going to take the whole place off us. And it would have ruined the business. We would have found somewhere else or done something else. But we've all invested so much time, energy, and the students and the love and the community we've done there. It was we managed to get all the students to do telling them their stories about us. Aww. And we got 300 in a week from people. Who said, what we like and how it's changed their lives. Some people, how it's saved their lives massively. Took them all down to the council, dropped them down there, and then on the Monday morning, the head councillor said, how can we help? Oh. We had 9 councillors came up from the Lawswood ones, the head of leasing, head of sports development, the whole lot came up and saw us, which is brilliant. Wow. Had a conversation, saw what we did, went next door and said, they're going to get their lease.
Excellent.
Wow.
So it's been a real tough year, but we've just got to the end now that they're pretty brilliant. They've been fantastic to us and really helpful. We've got a lot of work to do at the dojo to get it back up because now we've got the next 20 years.
Yeah.
We're going to be there. We just don't own the building anymore. The
Right,
building's
okay.
owned by...
So you don't want to. So you're going to do a bit more on the actual decorating.
Yeah, we were
because it's not worth it if you think you're not going to get it.
Until we got
it's
in
not
black
that bad.
white.
Don't get me wrong.
No. It just we could do a whole new facelifts already. A whole new front that we're doing. All the insides getting done as well. So that'll happen in the next 6 months. As soon as we got the draft lease and we're signed, we'll do that. But emotionally, it was really tough. I had students crying, kids crying all the time. We stopped advertising quite a long time as well because we didn't want to be unfair. Didn't know for people when we were going to go. We've had so many people from who are students saying, well, I've got this place here and I'm a head teacher at this school and you can come here. And it was fantastic. So the community-wise, it's really nice when you get it back. We've been doing lots and lots of community stuff for years. Teaching all schools, we've raised nearly £500,000.
You don't get much feedback, do you? Until
no.
It's needed.
Yeah. We're up to nearly £500,000 in charity stuff that we've done so far. Wow. So we've done loads of stuff, and you get it because it runs the business and everything else, which is great. But when they do this,
it's nice to have that. Oh my God, when people actually come back to you and say,
it's like
we
a stack of people like this. It was just And then when the council actually took note, because obviously they're in a tough position at the moment, Medway Council. Yeah. There's no money or things like that at all. They've been fantastic. Better than I would think they would have been. So it was like that. So we're still here. We're still.
So is that Vince Maple and people like that you spoke to?
No, it was Gervin, Councillor Gervin was the main one. And John England, head of leasing of doing it, and then 3 guys, local councillors in Lordswood, who are really behind us as well.
That's good.
That's amazing.
So it's it's all saved.
Isn't it? Positive thing for the kids. How can they even consider not renewing it?
Yeah.
It was they've grown up loads. We've got so many there who've been with me. They're 3rd and 4th dans. So they've started when they're 4 or 5. They're now 20, and they're still with us.
Yeah.
And it's their home. It's their friends, their family, their community. All our franchise group, because we franchised out quite a few years ago, because guys wanted to do what we were doing. So we're going back to our original question of why it's KLUK.
Yeah.
But it was Nathan Marsh Black Belt Academy, and that's all about me.
Yeah.
So you'll see in the dojo, there's nothing about me in there. There's nothing about. So I spent 10 years fighting for England, 3 times British champion, twice in the Europeans, got silver medals, heavyweight world champion at Kumite, blah, blah, blah.
I love the way he does it so quick. He's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my God.
Because he tells everyone he meets his history.
Everyone. Chief Master Marsh.
Well, we'll come back to all of those achievements in a minute. But
We've got 100,000 plaques.
Well done. But then if it's all about me, I can't grow. And where I used to teach all the classes, I can't grow. I can only do so much. So then I started bringing this whole leadership idea on our CRT, our instructor training program. So all of our instructors go through this 2-year training program. I don't care what grade they are when they start it, but they've got to do 2 years with me, and then they've got to go around to other schools and teach. So they're decent instructors and decent martial artists and decent people. And we do.
Is this different to the thing that Ted can do?
He's doing leadership. So that's
yeah.
the precursor to CIT.
And then CIT is, we call it the blue one.
That's
the blue one, yeah.
So the whole leadership idea is for that thing where they're going to make a better decision. So there's lots of self-development.
Yeah.
So they feel good about themselves.
Yeah, he can't wait, can he? He can't wait to start that.
Fantastic. And then doing all the fun stuff, all the funky bits, all the weapons.
He's like, when I teach the class, I'm like, oh God. You do know what you've let yourself in for.
If I could show you some of the guys who are teaching at the moment, the kiddies, like Sensei Hull and Sensei King and Sam Crosby, young Sam Crosby with the lots of hair.
Yes, yeah, I've seen.
All right.
Yeah,
he's 16. He's amazing. He's an after-school kid. He started when he's 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Fabulous family, all family trained, and he's in there, and he can run the organisation now. He's 16.
Wow.
And you're like, wow. And Sensei Pemble and Master O'Brien's daughter Emily comes on a Wednesday night. She's been with me since she's been 3 or 4 years old, and she's they're all really good friends, and they're all stuck together, and it goes across the whole group. So we've got 11 franchises, all different master instructors. They've all gone through CITs. They've all started from stage 1 with me. They started as white belts with me, and then they've done and built, and now they teach CIT as well. So they teach instructors.
Wow.
Brilliant.
So we've got about 40 instructors now, I think, across the group we've taught, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, it gets me. I get
So
quite
what
excited
sort of
about
reach have you got? Where is your furthest dojo from the main one?
New Romney.
All right. Okay.
We're down there. Sensei Sarah and his 2 children who teach with him. Hythe, Faversham, all the way up to Gravesend, Hartley. We go there all the way down through Cranbrook, Sissinghurst, that side of things as well.
Right.
Maidstone, Westmoreland, Trotsley, Sittingbourne.
Right. Do you plan on going out of Kent?
No.
Okay. That's understandable.
We have, as well as KLUK, Karate Leadership UK, we've got Leadership UK, which is our organisation, our association, that me and 2 of my friends started. Master Danby is in Swindon, and he runs all through Swindon and down the West Country, and then Chief Master Plants and Chief Hercombe are they do Taekwondo in Bexley, and they run all the way through Bexley. I've got other people I know who spread out countrywide and done it. We probably could have done, but it's not what I wanted. No, I don't want any instructor I don't know and I don't trust and I haven't trained.
Yep.
I like the concentric rings of how we teach, from me to the master instructors, to the senior instructors, to the students, to our leadership students, and our ladies only program that we do as well. It's brilliant.
There you go, ladies only program.
I work
Wednesday night, Monday, Tuesdays, Friday.
Where's your commitment?
You both sit there and watch. I'm just saying, like those nearly great parents.
We do sit there.
What stops you?
Technically, I do bring my laptop and I do work at the same time.
Well,
So I just
Congratulations.
I just prioritise this work. Yeah, why don't you do it, Simon?
Why don't you do it?
No, why don't you do it?
I
Why
can't
don't you
at the
do it?
moment.
I've got a real interest in it. I really have.
So what stops you?
I don't know.
Why is it good enough for your son, but it's not good enough for you?
I just got so much stuff.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So much.
That's the thing, isn't
So
it?
many times I've heard blah, blah, blah.
I know. That's why I'm not going to bother you with it.
No, you bother me. You bother me because I'll keep on going. We've had some guys when their kids have got to black belt or third down black
And they're
belt,
on white.
and then they white, and then
Yeah.
they start, which is fabulous. But it's scary, isn't it? You were saying earlier on about what that jump is. So you'll notice at the dojo, when you come into our dojo, you come into the front counter. It's an open space between the door and going into the main dojo. And you go to the main dojo, there's no wall, there's no nothing from the mats, from the parents to the mat, there's nothing. That's the idea of it, because they're so scared. Because adults would just get,
But I love. I mean, we've seen a few dojos.
Yeah,
that-
so we went to a few, didn't we?
It's just-
Yeah, I thought of this earlier, so I'm not going to let you ruin it. We gave Ted a choice of 2 or 3.
Well, he tested a few.
No,
didn't
definitely
he?
more than 3,
Yeah.
3 or 4.
He
And we
tested
went to
a few.
one. We're not going to say their names. There's nothing wrong with them, but it was like parents aren't allowed in.
Leave
So
them
we
at the
dropped them
front
off at the door.
Closed door.
Come back. They could have been playing tiddlywinks for all we know.
I mean, they were sweaty, but
It's like it's a little bit weird that. And then there was another one.
it's a very traditional way of doing it.
Yeah, oh, was it? Right, okay. And it was more of a UFC style thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was more of a
Yeah,
mixed
yeah.
martial arts type thing. And then we went to this other one, which is also very similar, but spit and sawdust type place.
Yeah, yeah.
Good guys. I know
Yeah.
the owners. Good guys, spit and sawdust. But I was like, that may be a bit too much of a jump for Ted.
Yeah.
And then we come to yours, and he immediately said, "I want to join this one."
Yeah.
And it is the chairs where you can watch them and stuff
Why
like
would
that.
you not be
But from an
involved?
adult
That's so
point,
important.
from an adult point of view, starting off and having people watching you like that, I think that might be one of the reasons.
Come to that. That's why we have adult classes. We don't.
There
We
we
So adult
Yeah.
beginner classes.
Yeah. We teach them Tuesday and Thursday nights. Great instructors who do and teach them. Saturday mornings are the big mixed class. We used to all our classes separate when I was younger. We used to have kick classes and adult classes, and it just it's great. But why would you not want to train with your kids? I don't understand. Have a bit of a laugh while you're doing it. Yes, when we're doing the family-based classes, you're going to get a full-on exercise and that sort of stuff, and then you can do the adult classes. Then we do things slightly differently, a little bit more Cobra Kai. But then it's just things we're not going to teach the children because the two worlds are very different.
Yeah.
What they're going to be able to do at school and not be able to do, and what you have to do if you're outside and to use it, whether it's the mentally, emotionally using it, or whether it's the 50-50
So your adult ones are a bit more self-defense type.
yeah,
to
very
it.
much so.
Oh right.
Using more of what I've learned. So I've done, 9 different martial arts, I suppose, from the UFC, rolling around, grappling, done all that sort of stuff, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, done that, done a lot of the weapon systems.
what's your
done some kung
favourite?
fu.
If you had to pick one that you could mainly focus on.
I really like Screamer.
Screamer.
A Screamer. It's a Filipino martial art with the sticks and knives.
I thought he was talking about you then.
And it's
No swear words. No swear words, Sensei. Let me just bow to him so he doesn't send me off.
Somebody needs to adult classes. But yeah, Screamer's actually fantastic. I've trained with a couple of amazing guys. Very good friend of mine, Ian, who was Sticky, and we call him, but he's brilliant. He looks so cool. He's such a dude. Wears a bandana and looks so cool.
So what is it about it? What is different?
Oh, it's just the movement. It looks so good.
Right.
They just are cool dudes. They're the cool dudes of martial arts. They're very niche in what they do, but their knife fighting is second to none. I train with Danny Goober, who's a 10th Dan guy, who was one of Bruce Lee's instructor. Amazing guy. You want to get him to talk, it would be X-rated and amazing because he has a very distinct teaching style that I wouldn't probably send children to.
Blimey.
But it looks so cool when you're beating each
Yeah.
other with sticks and the moves and the locks and the throws, takedowns. So I really like that. I really like judo as well. Judo's an amazing sport and really
I think
hard
another reason why I don't do it is I would like to do full-on contact, but I have a pacemaker.
So,
But I have a
says they
pacemaker.
want to do that.
So I might as well draw a target there.
Until with chest guards, it's fine.
There you go. You can get like a special thing.
Did you have people with pacemakers?
Yeah.
There you go.
Sugar.
Honestly, we used to have a lady with one kidney. I've had people with one arm, one leg, all that sort of stuff.
One brain cell?
If I could have a ponytail, I would have a ponytail.
That's a brain cell.
A brain cell, all right. I'll have two of those. It's a ponytail.
No,
So
I know
yeah,
how
stuff
to
like
do
that.
that.
So yeah,
Okay.
There's so many good martial arts out there. It's brilliant. It's so much better than it ever used to be because you can multi-train and not be told off for going to multi-train. My instructor, the friend and I used to compete at every circuit we could possibly get to. We couldn't get, if we'd done it very well, we wouldn't get a photo taken because he'd see it in the press, in the martial arts press, and we'd be in trouble for doing it. Yeah.
Do you find age restricts you? How am I going to put this?
Without insulting.
I'm trying. How
old was you last week? 68?
Yeah.
58.
58.
Wow.
Near child.
Okay.
So,
Near child. Sorry, let me just flex as well while I'm here.
Well, I'm 50.
Age-wise,
Yeah.
do you...
Yeah.
I'm not.
She's 51.
I am not 51. Age-wise, do you feel like you can tell if your body is sort of like not giving up as such, but it's sort of slowing down?
I don't think your body starts in your head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right,
You can't
okay.
make excuses
So
on a daily.
as soon as you give up,
Yeah,
that's when you
absolutely. And most people do because they're too scared of the bit of pain that you're going to get.
See?
I'm not bothered about that. I'm not bothered about the pain. It's just that you tell me you do everything.
Oh, you can give it a go. If you want to give it a go, give it a
So,
go.
so whether you're going to do
Everything.
the full-on bit or learn we're
Well, you wouldn't do full on straight away anyway, would you?
of course, wouldn't. A lot of kickboxing places will do. You go in there and you'll start fighting
Yeah,
quite quick.
I know a couple of mates have started
Yeah, which is
kickboxing.
brilliant. It's great. It's awesome. But you probably need a little bit more getting into, and then the different parts of it.
Just that pulling. I pull a muscle just walking onto the bleeding mat.
If you do it properly, you're fine.
Yeah.
And you just have to be sensible with it when you're first doing it, and listen to your body in little bits. When it's saying, "Oh, I'm getting a bit tired," go, "Okay, recognise it, but don't stop."
Yeah.
Recognise it, or if it hurts, go, "Okay, it hurts, but that's not the end of it just because it hurts." You just got to be, be a bit grown up about it, really, and not.
And it's the impatientness of it as well, because how long will it take me to get the black belt? I want to do it in like 8 weeks. Do you do like fast? Fast track? Do you do like a fast, like I do with the driving lessons? You pay $1,000, can't you, and get done in a couple of weeks?
We had the most amazing guys, Mad Dog Maddox, Rob Maddox, who was with me for years. He trained me, Australian guy, he'd done some before in his early life, came to us. He'd done his black belt in probably 18 months.
Oh, you can do it that fast?
Oh, yeah, but he was training 4 or 5 times a week, 2 private lessons a week. And he had a good background in it.
Yeah, but then how'd you get your belts? Because your belts only come out every...
Because we're privately grade. We can private grade people at the same sort of time. But
Don't.
Rob's an inspiration. He's just got over cancer.
Oh
His second bout of it, had a heart condition, and he found it out because there was if I can share a little bit, Rob, some guy, he's a musician, and some guy had started on him in a pub, and it all went a bit funny, and he popped the guy.
Yeah.
Guy went down. Rob's like this big.
Yeah.
But then he hurt his wrist, and then went to the doctors, and the doctor said, "Oh, let's have a look at that." And it was because he had a bone weakening disease, and then it's all started.
Because if he's a drummer, he's got arms on him.
Absolutely, he's a top boy, but he's now fully recovered, and the doctor still put it down to his martial art training that got him through it in the first place.
Blimey,
Strength of
amazing.
character to do it,
How old is he?
Oh God, he's even older than me, mate. He must be 68 now, I suppose. But he was in his 50s when he started training with us. Had loads of people start then.
Yeah, I know. It's always appealed to me. It has.
It would be interesting. But whether you start with the adults or doing the Aikido stuff we do, Steve Newton is amazing. He took over from my good friend Master Mitchell from the Aikido side of it because he trained with him before, and he's amazing. You want some Japanese culture and some Zen, he's the man, but he's also rock hard. He's just in a gentle way.
You should do it as well.
Dude, ladies only kickboxing, you'll love it.
I can't even get an excuse out at the moment.
Because you haven't got one. I'll do it if you do it.
Come down on a Wednesday night and have a look at our ladies only class or a Monday night. And the girls are just, lots of them are parents of students who come along. And we've got some amazing people who just I mean, just amazing. You want some stories, Mrs. Merkin, she could be here and tell you some stories about her and her training and what she's gone through to get here and just done a marathon and all this sort of stuff. She was an honorary black belt from her journey.
Yeah.
She did when we done one of our big presentation evenings.
But I think if we both start, we'd be really
We'll be fighting each other.
We'd fight
That's
each
right.
other.
This is turning into a
This could turn into a little dojo.
Why not? Get some mats there, be absolutely fine.
We'd be like, right, come on then.
We would.
Amazing how it bites you when you get
Oh,
it.
I know. I did judo as a kid,
Fabulous.
but missed my mum.
Yeah.
So I only went about 4 times.
Was it?
And she was at work anyway, so it's not as if I was going to go back to her. But judo, yeah. Judo's good, isn't it? It's very clever. Judo.
God.
There's no punches thrown, is there?
No, well, it's a sport. It's a sport based first of all when they did it. But no, it's how it's changed and developed. You look at the build on the guys now who do judo, because when I was doing it, it was all big chunky guys and stuff.
Yeah.
But now they're like proper athletes.
Wickets, aren't they?
Oh,
yeah.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Whoa.
And I've done the gym and things like that, but I just find that
How much fun
boring.
is that? Absolutely.
Just find it boring. I'd
go
rather
with
do
my
a
son.
sport. I'd rather
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
fit by doing a sport. We do a bit of badminton together, don't we? and
Yeah.
things.
I do gym 3 times a week, go along there. Been doing it for the last couple of years, and I probably know 2 people from golf there.
Yeah.
I don't know
Do you play
anybody
golf
else.
as well?
Yeah, I love
Oh,
golf.
I love golf.
Do you love golf?
Yeah.
Where's
Go
golf?
around.
Where are you off?
Oh, 18. Yeah. Where are you off?
10. Just gone up.
Where do you got a club you go to?
Yeah, Faversham.
Oh, right, okay.
Absolutely love it. Go down there. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Do you know,
You're playing Thursday, aren't you?
Yeah, playing
yeah.
with Dad Thursday.
Good for you.
My dad's only 9 years older than
Oh,
me.
yeah. Where you playing?
He's like a mate more than me. We're only doing Cobtree. I've got a meeting.
Cobtree's
I've got a
great.
meeting at 6:30 at Cobtree, which
Yeah.
finishes at 8:30, and then we'll tee off afterwards.
Fabulous. I found it really weird when I got back into golf because a few other instructors, Master Panson's into it, Master Parsfield's into it as well, and we started playing at Leeds Castle, and I've done it for years, but not properly. It's a chicken.
Oh yeah, we got a couple.
We've got chickens.
Yeah, we're going to see if you can catch it. That rocket.
Easy fast.
See how fast you really are. 58 or whatever
poor
it
old
was.
fella at 58, eh? we'll have to have a little play down the dojo and then I can show you how fast, can't we?
Yeah.
What, bring the chickens?
Yeah, bring the chicken. Bring the chicken.
Definitely.
But yeah. I got into golf and I just find it's still competitive and it's great fun and lots
The
of
harder
great
you hit,
company.
the shorter it goes.
Absolutely, which is my issue,
It's all
unfortunately.
technique, innit?
Yeah, which is brilliant. But I like competing, and people get all excited and throw clubs and get all angry, and I'm like, it's not like my sport. You know what I mean? A bad day is
Yeah, well,
you got a
the way I
broken
look at
nose
it-
on your sport, you're peeing blood. It's
I look at it, I don't play enough
Yeah.
to, if I hit a bad shot, I don't play enough.
No,
Simple
but
as
your
that.
thing, you play sort of like every few months, and then you're like, oh, I'm really, really good, and then you get crap
Well, you know
again,
it's
and then
like-
you stop,
Absolutely.
and then you go again.
You have an
and you're like-
amazing round.
Yeah.
You think, no, this time's going to be amazing. And then you have the worst round ever.
absolutely.
Give it a couple of months off. You have an amazing round again. And you're like,
I'm good at
take
this.
this up for a living.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it bites you on the bum again.
See, Diane, this is why I have to play every other day. I have to.
Do you play that often?
Yeah.
Do ya?
Well, I don't work to the evenings, do I, most of the time? And everything else I can do on the phone or talk to people or email, whatever. So I play a few times a week now.
Diane's a wife and she's into her cars, isn't she?
Yeah, cars, and Ed just started playing golf as well. She's just taken up
Oh,
golf.
really?
Yeah. But she's
I'm not good, I'm not
she's
good.
big into her cars. Loves that. And my son comes along with his car. They've all got great exhaust pipes, and I went from a XKR V8 Jag to an electric Jag.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah,
It's
they
good?
like to talk to you. I love it.
Yeah.
So quick, so fun, no hassle, no nothing.
And you can run people over without hearing you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Done. It's like a ninja.
He's going to have the kids jumping.
Ninja, absolutely.
Car park, doing donuts.
Yeah, me and my
I've got a new
electric
sport
Jag.
for you kids.
Funny enough, we have done that in the snow. We've been up there and
Spin it around,
and then no one in the car park. And
That's good with MR2s because they spin the back out regardless. Dry days, they're a nightmare.
Any chance?
Yeah.
Great
Oh, brilliant.
cars, great
Right.
cars.
So I want to know all about your world titles and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because you breeze
Yeah, you
over
breeze
those
through them
so
like
quickly.
we need to know now.
Yeah.
We need to find some old pictures of you
I've got some great ones.
with hair or
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah. I've got one European Championships, first European side hair when I was about 24 or something.
Right.
That was the last one. But no, the people I was training with, the EWSK, English Rivalries Sports Karate Association, run by my instructor Clayton Moraine, was quite a big national one. And then I got into we'd done a competition. I I was quite good. I'd done all right. I think I was a green belt and I'd done okay on it, quite a big one in Birmingham. And then I thought, this is good. I quite like this. So I used to go to competitions probably every other month. My friend going everywhere over the place. And as an intermediate, so that's my middle grades up to when you get to your brown belt, I won everything. I won loads. I was like, wow, I must be so good. And then when I got to a brown belt and we go fight the brown and the black belts, I went 2 years without even getting anywhere. And I was winning, probably run 50 times sort of thing. Yeah. And then I just lost and lost and lost. And it was soul destroying for such a long time. A bit like your golf when it goes all wrong.
Did you ever have thoughts of giving it up?
Every week.
Yeah.
It was really tough because the guys you're fighting against are just fabulous, some of them. And the difference when you go through belts, so between a brown belt and a green belt is probably a year or 2 years, but between a black belt and a fourth dan black belt, well, that's like 12 years difference of training and experience. It's quite a big jump.
Is there a way of skipping the earlier belts? Like, no, I don't mean like that, because I have no idea. None of us parents have a clue of your belt order.
I have to
it confuses the hell out of us.
I'll put it up on the wall. The belt holds your trousers up. It's a measure of grade of weight. It doesn't mean how tough you are. That's what it does.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great thing for you to do in short-term goals we were saying earlier on. As you go up and progress towards your black belt. So black belt we consider the first rung in your ladder. Right. It's almost like you've done your apprenticeship and you become a journeyman as a black belt. When you get to a fourth dan, you probably know what you're doing.
Right.
And in theory, that black belt's got to turn white again, isn't it?
That's why I wear the scraggy old one that's 40 pieces.
I love that.
I like the time.
He got his green belt recently, didn't he, in one of the gradings, and he took
knowing him, it went to red straight away with tomato sauce. Load of tomato sauce on it, probably.
I had to wash his, because he sat and ate something
once. You didn't wash
once.
his belt, did you?
No, I didn't wash his belt. No, I had to wash his gi because he put something on it. I was like, oh, dude. So I was sitting there going, no, I'm going to have to wash it. But he took it into school, didn't he? And he said, I've got my new green belt. So I went in and showed it. And they made him do a kata, didn't they? They made him do it. And they said, go on then, show us what you had to do. So he had to do it. And he went, Mum, I was so pleased. He said 28 of the 30 children absolutely loved it. He said there were 2 that took the mickey out of me.
Just once.
Oh,
one said it was rubbish. One said, I said, Teddy just don't understand.
Absolutely. Let him enjoy his little life.
And he loved it. He was like,
if ever wants to take one of his instructors in, they'll happily go with him.
Oh, right.
Because anybody you want to take one of your instructors in, they'll go to school and...
Oh, that's cool. He'd love that.
Oh, I would love that.
It's cool, isn't it?
He would love that.
He loves the Where's that one kid?
He loves show and tell, that boy. He really does.
So anyway, we were talking about your competitions.
I got to that bit and then it was quite a big organisation with a big squad and we all went around the world. So trying to get on the squad was quite tough at the time. So... luckily, one of our guys, the instructors, recognised me and my friend were doing okay, and we'd been around, and you'd seen your face, and then we got to try out for it. But by trying out for it, was fighting all the top guys one after the other, no break, no nothing. Took about an hour and a quarter, and you just fight one, then you fight another one, then you fight another one, and whether you get through or not at the end, it was quite tough then. Which is brilliant, which is absolutely fantastic. But then we both managed to get on the squad, and then you start doing the competitions, the big ones, whether it's the home internationals, so people come from all over the world to compete here, and then you go out around. So we've been all the way through Germany. The guys done Spain, then Bermuda, Canada. They did. Went to America. I went to America with them, which was quite good.
So
Disney World of Sports.
What sort of age were you at this sort of time in your life?
So I must have been 26, 26, and I retired when I was about 34 competing.
Right.
Which is...
Are you having a lot of ice baths and stuff at the end of the day?
It just hurts, doesn't it? It just that's it though. It just hurts. It's just pain. It's just aches and hurts. I've been aching since I've been.
Do you have any injuries that caused by your career of karate?
I mean, nose.
But the fact that you're still going is
my big injuries. I've had my back fused, I've had 2 discs taken out, and full fusion of my back.
So didn't mention this bit earlier, did it?
No, I had that, but that was more work and life, driving, and.
So you wouldn't have put that down to the karate?
No. Karate got me through it. I was seeing a chiropractor for 10 years, and he said, "You got to keep going. You got to keep going." So put back together, and when I was doing my whole competition thing, I was his thesis for when he'd done his doctorate.
Oh, wow.
And
it's building the strength around it, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's what kept me going. When I had my operation done, Dr. Chitnavas came along. Mr. Chitnavas had done it, and I was lying down. He said, "Mr. Marsh, I'm really sorry, but you can't move for a week. Everything's gone really good, but unfortunately, I've cut the spinal cord."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, "What?" He said, "Oh, don't worry, it's just the outside layer." He said, "I've never come across anybody with bones as dense as you, and I've been doing this 35 years. Right. So when I'm hammering, I've cut your spinal cord." So he stitched the dura layer, stitched it back up, couldn't move for a week, and then 5 weeks later I was surfing.
Oh.
So it was...
As you do.
As you do. And I had my hip done, my right hip remap. That was quite rubbish for a while, but that's joint, that's wear and tear, and you know.
So when you say remapped,
so they take out all the nodules on there.
Right, so basically giving it a skim.
Yeah. I'd had a little piece of bone that come off my pelvis.
I wish I gave him.
You should have said this about banging the microphone, wouldn't it?
Yes. Did I mention this?
After your press ups or something, Cor?
No, you get free time. So you get.
I've hit it 3 times just leaning for the cards. But you get a mic 1, mic 2, mic 3, and you've definitely done 3. But I forgot to mention it.
So it doesn't count then, does it? Not in the rules.
Mic
Were
1.
you too scared to ask?
I just forgot. And
is it Mick or Mike?
Mike. That's how you say Mike.
Mike.
Don't tell a dyslexic that, because I'll start questioning it when I do know that's how you spell it. So what you meant to do is tell us a story that you didn't plan on telling us.
Tell you a story I didn't plan on telling you. Can't tell you that one. Can't tell you that one. Which one would you...
You can reword it slightly for the kids.
Okay, so I had a little sledging accident once.
A sledging
accident.
Okay, where were you?
My hip problem was that Darling Banks.
I love Darling Banks.
Never been there.
Oh,
Darling Banks.
You may have. It's
between.
the back of Quick Fit, the Star Pub, that sort of area.
Oh, right, yeah.
Really
I know the area.
So I went there with my son, and we had these 2 sledges. I nicked my daughter's sledge. We found this place where it's a really steep hill. Thought, this is fabulous, it's really good. Nobody else was there, they were all further down. It's got to be the best bit to go to, obviously. Went down, got down to the end, absolutely pooped myself. It was really scary. My son kind of goes, "Oh, let's do it again, Dad, let's do it again." I'm like, oh, okay then. So went to the top, went down. There's a path, you can't see it, it's covered in snow. There's a path, hit the path, take off, land on something that turns out to be a cut bush stump.
Oh.
So landed, smashed the sledge, smashed me with the sun don't shine, flipped over, landed on another one on my back, lying down the bottom. Connor's laughing his head off, thinking it's really, really funny, and I'm lying there, winded. Yeah. Used my karate training, wind lots of time, just wait a minute, it's going to come back. Funny smell, what's that funny smell? Felt really cold as well. Well, it would rip me with the sun don't shine. We'd run out of charge on our phones.
Oh no.
My wife's at the top, not far from the fire brigade and the old ambulance station.
Yep.
We had to walk out down the bottom of Darling Banks to the road. It took us 40 minutes. What I didn't know is I'd broken my pelvis, broken 2 ribs in my back, and I'm bleeding. Got to this fabulous guy. She flagged down this guy who had a Range Rover, put me in the back of the car, covered in blood and everything.
Could you not get... How did they get you in the car?
Literally, I had to crawl in there.
Oh my
God. But it took us 40 minutes to walk out, bleeding out and everything. Got to the hospital, stood there at triage, and they said, "What's the matter?" And there's a pool, must be a pool of blood, 6 foot around me. And then I was in there for a week, and it was all horrible. And 42 people have stared at the recesses on my bottom. God. But luckily, one of my students was the head of gynecology.
Oh, that was horrible.
Who managed to get me out of hospital and seeing sorted. Mr. Hanson. He was one of our students.
Wow.
So there's my story. And unfortunately,
there like that,
the piece of bone that came off my ischium went into my hip and tore my hip up, and that's what I did.
Oh my God.
I wish you hadn't hit that mic now.
I can go worse, but we'll stick there.
Oh my God.
But then that was 10 weeks not putting my foot down on the floor at all, and went through it. But
just from something so
absolutely
innocent as a sledging one.
Well, he didn't do a risk assessment, did he?
I'd done a risk assessment for a school once, and we were doing jump spinning hook kicks, and the outcome was you will fall in your bottom.
Yeah.
In the risk assessment, that was a crazy one.
That's what I said. I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "It's a soft match. You don't get hurt."
Yeah. You'll bounce. You'll bounce. That's the whole idea of it.
Right, we're on the questions now.
Okay.
That's your rather interesting.
Thank you. I'm trying not to. Rather.
Debatable. You can pick 4 of these, and they're random questions.
Random questions.
So pick out 4 of them. Sure, rather interesting. How exciting. God, it's hot in here, isn't it?
It is quite warm. If animals could talk, which one do you think would be the rudest? My cat. Absolutely my cat. Her name's Mitzi. I think she would definitely be the rudest.
What a terrible question that is.
Well, that was your question.
Chat GPT did that. Like, how boring is that? It's like,
what do you reckon your
chickens? It's like CBeebies question, isn't it?
So you didn't do that question, I'll take it.
Our chickens would hate us. Well, they would hate me. They would hate me. So I'm like, get out of my garden.
If you had to swap lives with someone for a week, who would it be and what would you do first?
That's not a bad question for someone like him.
Do you know, I've got two heroes. I'm not really into popular culture. I'm not really into pop people and that sort of stuff, or actors, but I love Errol Flynn.
Right, okay.
I'd love to be Errol Flynn. I think he was such a dude. For sure, he would be someone I'd like to, walk in his shoes as well would be quite interesting, I think.
Perfect.
Would you just, like, go into, let's say for a day then, like Bruce Lee?
What about the martial arts side of things?
Yeah, would you like to
Who
go
would you
in something
choose?
like that, or?
Probably not.
Steven Seagal. It's easy, isn't it?
Now, oh my God, I want to go inside his head, that's for sure. Wow, what a change. God, now he's rushed everything else going on there. Would I like to be Bruce Lee?
No.
No, 5'6". I'm just saying.
Is that all he was, 5'6"?
He's only a little fella. And he's great and amazing and everything else, and I don't want to diss another martial artist, but that wouldn't be it. I think Chuck Norris is the boy. Chuck Norris. I love all this stuff that's coming out about Chuck Norris and what he is.
Silly stories.
I love it. But
he plays on it as well,
absolutely. But everybody I know who's met him and trained with him and worked with him said he's a fabulous guy, one of a kind. Yeah. I've met some really good ones, but Danny would be really, really good to do with. Who else would I want to be? Oh, there's a few. They'd be controversial. So
Hitler.
if you're that guy, that ugly, with a dodgy moustache, then you rule the world. There must be something about him. If your last text message was printed on a T-shirt, what would it say? Oh, you don't want to know.
Something about Raw, wasn't it?
No. I don't know that one.
He's got a filthy old. I've just put my earbud in here. He's got a bit of a carry-on laugh about it.
I think mine would be to Tilly to say, "Where are the kitchen wet wipes?"
Is that your last text message? Where's the kitchen wet wipes?
Thank God, though. It was just.
So mine would be, I was having a conversation with the B team captain at Faversham Golf Club.
Right, fair enough.
That was my last one. It was, we need to sit down and discuss this.
I should change that rule to read your last text. If someone hits the mic 3 times, they've got to read out their last text message. Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Or something that's come in whilst they've been here, but they don't know.
Yeah,
this could
definitely.
go to...
Yeah, that would be that one.
What would yours be?
What
would your last text message be?
God. I promise I'm leaving her. I don't even know where I put my phone.
I don't know.
I turned it off, didn't I? I turned it off. Not a clue where I put that.
See, that's something I'd love to do, is ban parents from anybody from bringing their phones into the dojo.
Oh, really?
So you don't mind photos, like if they do something really good?
Yeah, I don't mind photos. I just don't like it when instead of looking at their kids, they look at their phone.
Yeah.
Or working,
I'm doing that a lot.
Or working.
I'm doing that.
I don't like that. I'd rather if you're there and you're going to engage fully in this and get the program, be there to support your kids.
Oh, that's
every time they look
Yeah,
up. Just saying.
That's what it would tell.
That would be my if there was my one thing that I'd love to do and I probably haven't had the courage to do at the moment, would be
no
it.
phones.
I used to make all the parents go out the dojo, come back in and bow. The whole lot.
I feel like I have to. When
Absolutely
I come
good.
in,
Yeah,
I
I've
feel
been
like
tempted to bow.
I'm
Good, please
sort of
do.
like, yeah.
Do you know why? It's not doing me, it's not doing my
just-
ego and that sort of stuff, makes me feel good. It shows Ted the way that adults should behave.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think
I
I'm
love
proud to
that.
do it all.
I love the fact that like it's about the respect and
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
like
Yep.
that, because
Yeah.
it just it brings the kids up well. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the other thing I do all the time is I make sure I bow first. I'm not there to be bowed out. I'm the one doing the bowing
Mm.
first. It's like you shake hands and you put your hand out first. I think it's just important.
Absolutely.
And it just takes them there in a different place. It's like the swearing thing I said earlier on. I don't like swearing. I don't like it in the dojo at all, and I won't have it in the dojo.
No.
And I don't care if it's adults or not.
No.
We had one guy, Mr. Kenny. He didn't tell me he had Tourette's. It took him 6 months. He had arms like this. He used to swear in the adult class.
Right.
I was like, right, go on, do 50. No, do another 50. And that's honest God, Tourette didn't tell me 6 months. Bless him. Went to his weddings, for his lovely wives, children, you, Spike, and everything else. But yeah, it was so good.
He's like, I've got this.
That would be a definite role I'd like to do at the dojo. Is like, no phones. You sit there and you watch your kid. If you don't want to come in and watch your kid, then fine, go and do it in the car park or in your car. But when you're in there,
Just like we're dropping him off in.
playfully, you know, an empty dojo, and
We're in the window.
Yeah.
We're at the
But
window.
it's mad,
going,
I don't get it.
I want to be there with him,
Why
but
do you engage in it? I don't understand.
yeah, it's work. It's work.
Blah blah blah.
It is though.
Why is it? You're telling me you can't spend half an hour of your life, of your working day, focusing on your
I
kids?
spend a different half an hour with him.
Yeah. But the one that he wants, not the one when it's. No, I just think if you've done all the effort to drive there, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't understand parents who don't. Just saying.
There you go.
Just have to keep an eye out for him.
Then he's in the dojo.
Employ someone as a lookout.
But do rewind this and said that we have fabulous parents at the dojo, so thanks, parents. Come in, there'll be no one there for a month now, won't it? Old Marshy's been sprouting off again.
Did you know he doesn't like us on that? I can tell all the women now.
We used to all the time and do no chair days, and we'd take all the chairs out from the dojo, and you had to get on the mat.
Blimey.
So you've been on the mat a few times with him, haven't you? Or
I've done a couple of belts with him.
And you obviously enjoyed it, haven't you?
I do like it. I do honestly like it. I do.
I
Do you like it?
See, I don't have to say anything, do I?
No, I honestly do. I do like doing it. But I don't know. What
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, really strange thing. And everything, I know it's a bit colty.
You
and you've
still
got your
feel like you left it
uniforms.
too long, and I know that's rubbish.
Absolutely.
Don't really want to do it in front of people staring at me,
No.
even though I'm an actor, I'm a musician, and I don't care
But then
about
you get
people
worried about
staring
doing
at
that.
Yeah.
Vulnerable,
Just
isn't it?
invite me though. Can I just watch it? Because I was going to take the mickey out.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, and you're worried about that. And the good thing is, everybody falls in their bum. There's always
Just
somebody
hide at the
about.
back. Hide at the back so no one can see you.
It just takes time.
Yeah, but I think, do you know what I think it is? It's all the little kids going Kia, and then in the background you hear this Kia!
Absolutely love that.
From me.
Me.
We have Mr. Togo.
And everyone's going, oh, blimey, he's only with the kids, he's taking it a bit too seriously.
We have lost that.
There's little bits like that go around my head, I think.
Is that because you said that to yourself? When someone else has
No,
said
it's 'cause I've said it.
I think it's a cultural thing. 'Cause back in the early days, we had all families. We'd have all our classes. We'd be packed with adults and kids. It seems to be the last 5-10 years. Some of the schools still do. Down in Sensei Nathan down in New Romney has lots of adults in there. But where we have separate adult classes and separate ladies only, you don't get so many training with the kids. They prefer, it's an easier option for them rather than training with the kids. I trained with kids in my early days. I used to always go down to my instructor, came down to Gravesend. We used to go down to St Mary's Hall, just off the, what's down that way? If you head down towards Adsons on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
We used to go and trade down on a Tuesday night.
You used to
train with
dance
kids
down
or
there,
something.
didn't you?
Who's the what?
Dance down there with Len Goodman.
No.
You with Len?
I was trained.
What, just drop that in the
I
conversation.
was trained in the
No,
arts
once.
of Len
He went
Goodman.
once.
Enough.
Once. So I tell everyone I was trained.
Fabulous.
My dance trainer was Len Goodman. One night I did it. My sisters
Once.
are there every week. I went once.
Was that ballroom or?
Disco, I think.
Okay.
Disco, yeah.
Fantastic. And the moves now good.
Still got that same routine. Me and my sisters could get up right now and do the routine. Because that's how much they took the piss.
And
So when I found this out, obviously I
She loved
carried
it.
this on.
for years.
He loved it.
Well, I've got to see. So I have a little bit of a reputation. One of my secret things I love doing is dancing.
Oh, right.
When we go to we do the Black Belt Meal presentations.
Yeah.
Everybody gets dressed up. I think the last one we had about 230 odd people there, 50 odd awards, and we do a speech about each one of the kids. Each one of the instructors do a speech about them. Then afterwards we dance all night.
Yeah.
And everybody gets dressed up, gets full bib and tucker and that sort of thing, and you have a little dancey thing. And I have these beautiful gold shoes that I wear. They are gorgeous gold, and they got a leopard print down the side.
Oh, nice.
And I'll boogie till I drop. So as soon as Dad's doing it, I want to see the routine. Want to see it. Is it good?
So we go,
Nah.
no, it's shocking.
It's terrible.
Oh, I'm a real dad dancer. I'm a real dad dancer, but I love it.
that.
Absolutely love it. Every 6 months.
Brilliant. Okay, so what we got left? Song?
Yep.
Which
Song for the
I still
podcast.
never put on that playlist.
So on our Cherrywood podcast, we ask every guest to add a song to our playlist. So we've got a Cherrywood podcast playlist. So you can
Which I haven't bothered filling up for the last
Yes,
5
Okay.
You have. I've got the list of people of songs and everything like
Have
that.
you? Do you write them down?
Yes.
Well, you give it to me because I haven't added the last 5 already. Can't be bothered. No one listens to it.
Well, when we're watching Ted
Wasting
tonight,
energy. What's the point?
You're saying it on the podcast. Really good.
when you are watching Ted tonight, just say, look, I'm
If
still
you
No one
watch
watching.
it,
listens
but
to
not
the
on your phone.
podcast.
Yeah.
No one listens to this, let alone the bleeping playlist.
So you can add a song, any song that you want. First
easy.
dance, any song.
At the Black
But it's
Belt
kung
Mills.
fu
It's
fight.
kung fu fighting. Every time we do, one of the
Love
katas we
that.
do is Kushanku, which is the long one. Ted will get to do that. It's 73 moves. It's really hard.
Wow.
Everybody's all dressed up. The girls looking fabulous. Guys in their suits. And we take over the dance floor and do this kata to kung fu fighting.
Oh, my God.
We've done it for the last 10 years, I suppose.
Wicked.
It's absolutely fantastic.
I
and you've got
love
all
that.
these, all dressed up to the nines doing all this stuff. It's brilliant.
Can I ask a quick question? If you are a black belt at
Yeah.
a young age, let's say Ted works up and he's a black belt by 15,
Yeah.
will he be black belt status for the rest of his life?
So here's my take on it. My old association, you had to be 16 for your first dan, 18 for your second dan, 21 for your third dan.
Okay.
That was the limit we can do in your junior black belts and adult black belts. I just don't agree with that. If somebody's done the work to get their black belt, they're our black belt. So a kid won't be able to do, a younger guy won't be able to do what an adult can do. But I can promise you, nearly all my adults cannot do what most of my kids, my fabulous kids, can do when they're black belts. So why would I be derogatory to their black belt? Because they're not bigger
They're
and
not
older.
old enough, yeah.
So my job, and we do this all the way through the whole organisation, my job as an instructor is to get somebody to come out to one more class. That's it. That's my highest lofty ambition. One more class so I can make a difference. And that's what we try and do. Hence when we're at the door and we say goodbye to everybody when you're back in class next. That's what we try and do all the time. Just to reinforce that, because I think it's important. But no, their belt's their belt. And if they came from another style into our system, they keep their belt. They've earned their belt. We might
Yeah.
just tell them, because you're doing a kung
not
fu
old
system
enough,
or a
yeah.
different karate
Yeah, yeah.
system, you've done that for 5 years, but you come back and you've got to be a white belt in my organisation. Well, that's silly. It is a bit
Because there's,
egoing.
like, especially in jiu-jitsu, there's certain black belts that you've got to get a certain black belt from a certain person, haven't you? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
seen as higher grade.
And that's the whole, that's they do it brilliantly, but some systems. So I used to be on a grading panel for a close quarter jiu-jitsu system, and I go there and judge and fight the guys as well, which is quite interesting. Their manual, it's like this. It's 424 moves. 424 moves,
That you have to
combinations.
remember.
And it was rock hard, full on fighting, all that sort of stuff, and it was quite an interesting one. I got a little bit in trouble because they were all getting their stuff on. All the instructors were getting their head guards and groin guards and chest guards on, and these guys just had pads. And I'm like, well, they've got pads. I'm only wearing pads. I'm not wearing all that. So you get in there and have a full on. Which is brilliant. It was really good. I took Master Panton that came along to one of these, and he was fantastic. And these
Master
guys,
Panton.
Master Panton.
I thought he was wearing a certain underwear. I made sure I had these Master Pantons on.
But he's really good. He's a big fella, but he moves so smart, so quick, and he was just chucking all over the place. It was brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Really?
great. But yeah, they have the different systems with belts, and like say some kung fu systems are 10 or 15 years before you get black belt.
You ever had someone
So-
stroll
so-
into your dojo and challenge you? You had that I've seen it on the internet. It must be
Absolutely,
real.
that's all the time. No. Well, yeah, once.
Really?
We were down when we were in Maffigan Road. There was these guys called the Cutting Crew, and they had a hairdressers down in Rochester High Street. I think they're still there. But
I know.
they
what
came
you-
along,
Yeah.
and they brought all their guys down to fight all our guys in a karate tournament. But it wasn't.
Oh, was it arranged?
No, it wasn't pre-arranged. They just turned up to our karate class, and me and my friend had just taken it over from our instructor, who wasn't very well. And we had this. We were quite good at the time, so it was all right.
So you're like,
It
come
was
in then.
So they
just like
turned
that.
up to do it.
Yeah.
And you
I-
accepted the challenge?
Yeah. And then I was up in Bucknell Park once having a cup of tea, and two guys come up and said, "Oh, you've been teaching karate now here," and they wanted to interrogate me on my karate. This is back in the bad old days, back in the 90s. But,
Yeah, so what happened there?
we just had a conversation. I'm good friends with them now and friends on Facebook.
Oh, right, okay.
It wasn't, quite boring. But there's lots of, unfortunately, the older ones, not many people want to share there, like I said earlier on. And there's lots of people locally who don't like us because we've got a head above the door and we teach differently and different ideas and not so much about the training. It's more
successful, basically.
Well, they didn't like that bit. And when we built the dojo, lots of people, martial artists, complained, seen over to the council saying, well, you shouldn't be able to do this, you shouldn't be able to do this. Anyway, you put your money up, you put your house on the line, we remortgaged the house,
There's nothing stopping them.
No.
Nothing stopping them from coming up with it. It's just that you did it first.
And carried on doing it.
Yeah.
But that's okay, that's their lives, how they want to be. That's and like in the early days of the internet, we used to get people trolling and derogatory about us, or we post something and they do it. 32 pages we went to once. 32 pages of these people having a go at us.
That's all good business for you.
Absolutely.
That's advertising.
Absolutely. And they were all moany and whingy.
Yeah, we have people slag us off on it, especially Rach, because they say she's ugly and stuff and don't know what she's talking about. And I agree with them. And
it goes well.
But I always say thank you.
I can't wait you to start them out. It's going to be so much fun, mate. You're going to get your butt kicked.
Oh my God. We said so many times, if we were on that mat, I said, I would do you. And he was like, no, you wouldn't.
You want to see Master and Mrs. Margits and Master and Mr. Margits. I have to separate. Oh my God, they're nightmares. Nightmares.
See, that's the thing. We shouldn't both do it because we would
You'd
hurt
literally bow and then try and drop kick me straight away.
The thing is, I might secretly go to lessons, do it, and you'd be like, oh my God.
Absolutely. I'll teach you some pressure points to do in life.
Because obviously he's heavier than me, so
Thanks
he'll just sit on me.
Now,
he'll sit on me until I'm a biter. So
she bites. She bites.
Okay. Nothing wrong
but I
with
won't
that.
be allowed to do that if I
You
go
just
to
got to have
karate.
the teeth for it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. I'm going to secret karate lesson. Rach, why are you going out for like every Wednesday for a few hours?
We can sort that out for you, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, my pleasure. I've really enjoyed it.
We've spoken a number of times, but not obviously this depth, and it's been really nice to meet you.
Give
and speak
everyone
to
all
you
the details, everything like that.
Yeah.
How to find you.
Karate Leadership UK, have a look at us online. We're all over the place through Kent. Come along, we do free trial classes. Come try it, see if you like it, bring a friend. It's great fun. We start from 3 years old, our youngest. Our oldest student we ever had is about 82. We used to have the Mayor of Faversham. She came with us, our ladies only kickboxing classes in the 70s. So there's no age stopping. We do Aikido, we do kickboxing, we do traditional karate, and lots of work with kids too.
And he talks 100 miles an hour, so it's written there. Karate Leadership UK.
I'll say it slowly.
He talks as fast as he punches.
Absolutely, baby.
Anyway, thanks for coming on. We'll see you all next
My
time.
pleasure.
This might be on KMTV.
Brilliant, fabulous.
Might be. Depends if they
I'll
want
put
to
it through all
show.
ours as well, so that'd be great.
Yeah, well, there's
Can't
no
wait,
swearing on
thoroughly
it, so
enjoyed
they'll love it.
Absolutely, hooray.
Removing all my
Nice
stuff.
change.
Anyway, thanks everyone. See you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Club Awesome, for autistic children and their families, a place where everyone belongs and fun knows no age limit.
Today's sponsors are
Need stunning video or photography for your big day or even your business? Cherrywood Production delivers award-winning results with a personal touch. From weddings to promotional content, we turn your vision into reality. Visit cherrywoodpro.com today. Your memories, our passion. Put your business in front of 30,000 new customers with the Hindsight Directory. This A5 full-colour magazine is delivered by Royal Mail to Maidstone, Gravesend, Medway and Bromley, with more areas to come. Visit hindsightdirectory.co.uk.
New Digital, helping businesses build their online presence with web design, SEO, Google Ads and social media. Get 10% off when you quote Cherrywood today. Visit their website at nudigitalera.co.uk.
This podcast has been brought to you by Snug Dubs Camper Van Hire.
Roam the world,
Park anywhere.
That's snugdubs.co.uk.